But like, seriously though, who else thinks that Shane Dawson is literally queen? And who the fuck is ready for Shane's Tanacon? I know I am. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jillian Rogue, and today I'm doing a more in-depth video on the scam that was Tanacon. I touched on it a little bit in my other video where I showed that I got a Shane Dawson tattoo and a little bit of a vlog from when I was in LA for Tanacon. So if you guys want to see that, I'll link it in the description down below. But I thought I might as well do a more in-depth video, especially now that Shane's series is over and a lot more things have come to light. And I just think the whole situation is crazy and would like to talk about it, give my experience, and kind of give you guys the full rundown, even though I'm sure a million other channels are doing just that. But I like to think that I'm unique, so yeah, I will delete my channel. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll start off with my experience with Tanacon. Now, I don't really follow Tana. Honestly, I would hate Tana. Like, I wouldn't normally like Tana, except for Shane Dawson honestly makes her sound cool and like talks her up. But if I didn't have his influence, just like watching her videos, they're kind of boring to me. I'm not really into story times. I don't know. I don't really follow her. But through following Shane Dawson on Twitter, I saw that he was going to be attending something called Tanacon. Again, I don't watch her videos, but I gathered she had some sort of beef with VidCon. And so my impression was she was trying to like flex and show how rich and how many followers she has by throwing her own convention. But I didn't care. I saw Shane Dawson was going, and I know that he never does meet and greets or conventions or anything like that, or hasn't in years. So I immediately called my friend and was like, bitch, we're going. We live in Tucson, Arizona, so I bought VIP tickets that ended up being almost $80, and then I had to board my dogs for almost $300. I had to pay for gas to get there, plus take off almost a week from work, and I'm a full-grown adult. I work for myself. I don't have parents supporting me. I don't have parents to beg and ask for a hotel room and pay for my tickets for. It's all my own money, and it all is money that could be used on rent and making sure I don't go back to being homeless. Side note, I was homeless for almost 10 years. If you guys want to see my video on that, I will also link that in the description down below. So we drove down to LA. It was very confusing what was going on. There was so many different promises being made on Tana's Twitter, so many different like ideas being thrown around. First it was you get to meet everyone and that's promised, but then they had reservations for meetup groups. The reservations went live at 10 a.m. By literally 10:10, Shane Dawson's was sold out. I couldn't get into it. I almost had a heart attack, but then I saw him tweet saying that he will just be walking around, and Tana said that too, and feel free to come up and give him a hug, which I didn't understand. I should have known right then and there something was off, because how the fuck are you gonna have someone with 14 million subscribers just walking around and not have utter and complete chaos? But I wanted it to be true and I wanted to meet him, so I just believed it, just chose to believe it and went on with the trip. Now, I knew it was going to be crazy. I knew it was going to be disorganized, and I also knew that there would be a line. But what I saw, I never imagined. Rounding the corner, we just saw like this huge, like 5-person wide line wrapping and zigzagging around the parking lot, and we couldn't even find the beginning of the line. I think it took us like 30 minutes just to walk to find the beginning of the line. When we finally did, we were like, what are we gonna do? Like, are we ever gonna get in? The first thought that went through my mind is, this is the Marriott. This is a hotel room. How is it not hotel room, but like hotel lobby. How the f is this gonna fit all these people? Like, they have to be over capacity, right? So I already knew that something was off, but again, at the prospect of meeting Shane Dawson, we stuck it out, stayed in line, and waited. So as we were waiting in line, we talked to some other people. A lot of people were pissed off. Not that many people were getting in. No one seemed to have free tickets. We waited in line till about like 2 o'clock when my friend she was very like sensitive to heat. So I left and went over to Target to get her a popsicle and get us both some water because none was being offered. And there was also some like young kid riding around on a Segway, and we didn't know what the f that was about. We had no idea who he was. We thought it was just some douche who thought he was cool on a Segway. So I went to Target. As I'm walking back, I get a text from my friend saying, dude, they just came out and canceled it. And I was like, what the f? I've been waiting here for like 5 hours. It was now like 3 o'clock. I'm sunburned. I'm tired. Like, I just want to see Shane Dawson. So I walked back over there and just saw like a bunch of people chanting refund, a bunch of people chanting for Shane, chanting for Tana. And I kind of like got in because they kept acting like someone was going to come out. So I just got into the crowd. We heard the girl, I didn't know who she was at the time, but she would like stand on a table and she was explaining that it was just going to be postponed until later in the day because too many people were there or something. And then they're going to find like a different venue for the next day to like stay on Tana's Twitter and keep posted and stuff like that. I, at this point, knew it was just going to get canceled, but again, was remaining hopeful. And then Tana came out, and I'll never forget one of the first things she said, and I have it on video. I videoed it, but you can't hear her over the crowd because I was kind of in the back. One of the first things she said was that she was so thankful that 20,000 people came out to support her, and it was such a like big hit. She was acting like she couldn't believe that she had such a great turnout, and I was just there like, really? Really? Like, first of all, there's no way that was 20,000 people, but so many people were like, yeah, it is 20,000 people. I'm like, dude, like, have you not seen like a football game or something? Like, this is not 20,000 people. But so many people ate it up, and I was just like, how are you gonna say this is basically a success? Like, you know how many people are pissed off? And what pissed me off more was the amount of people who were still like cheering for her. I don't know how you couldn't be livid at that point. And at that point, I was the point where like everyone was so packed in, so close together, and it was so hot and humid. I literally felt like I was gonna pass out from the heat. So I just told my friend, like, you know what, let's just go. And we left in the middle of her talking. We waited that night and the next day or two to see if anything would be tweeted about a new venue, and it ended up getting totally canceled. Meaning that was days off of work, almost $1,000, all that time and effort completely wasted. When it was canceled, in the couple days that followed, there was a ton of speculation regarding what exactly had happened. They said that almost 20,000 people had showed up with no tickets. Then that number quickly went from 20,000 to 15,000. Then they were saying that it got shut down because people were rioting and trying to steal free tickets, which I never saw any riots. Like I said, I've been to like a lot of concerts and shows, and that many people packed in close together. I really expected people to start like shoving each other and stuff like that. I've heard a couple stories about stuff like that, but if I was there and I didn't really see anything like that, it wasn't anything too crazy. So what we now know is my initial thought that Tana did do this for revenge against VidCon and to essentially flex about how many followers she has and how rich she is was absolutely 100% correct. Which just pisses me off about the amount of people that were insisting and still insisting that she has good intentions. Just because you look up to someone does not mean that they have good intentions. That is not always the case, unfortunately, in the world that we live in. We now know that there was 5,200 tickets sold, and only about 200 to 300 of them were actually free tickets. Why was this? I think, personally, in my personal opinion, Tana knows that, okay, for example, to put this into perspective, I saw that Trisha Paytas and the dude that she's dating, I forget his name, are like having their own little meet and greet thing in July. I don't know if they still are because I know they're going through some drama. I don't know. I don't pay attention. But her tickets were like $250 to like possibly meet her. VidCon tickets are like $200, and it's not a guaranteed meet everyone. You get like thrown into a lottery and hopefully get to meet someone. So to throw a convention where you're promising that everyone can meet their favorite creator, let alone someone like Shane Dawson, and to offer a free option or a $65 option that guarantees you'll be able to meet him, bitch, everyone's gonna pick the $65 option. You would have to be stupid not to pick the $65 option. Like, seriously, who would be like, only $65 for a guaranteed way to meet Shane Dawson or one of my other favorite creators? I think I'll go with the free, not guaranteed way. No, for someone who runs a company that throws things like this, and for Tana, who has done countless meet and greets before, they should both know that no one's gonna choose the free option. So I kind of wonder if the whole free thing was like on purpose. I don't, just to be able to, just so she could say, I did a convention for free to VidCon, when really, bitch knows most people paid. The next thing is, we now know that they both knew that the capacity was only about 1,000 people. Michael even signed off on the contract that the capacity was only about 1,000 people. Now he claims that the Marriott told him that, oh, it's only 1,000, but you could fit 5,000. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. That's 5 times the amount of people. I have a hard time believing that they actually said that. They clearly knew that they were overselling. Shane even showed a clip of Tana saying that she wanted people to be waiting in the line outside. Why? Because people love to be oppressed outside. They clearly knew they were selling way more, 5 times the amount of tickets than what the building could fit. They knew this. They admitted to knowing this. Also, Michael mentioned wanting to sue the Marriott, but I'm pretty sure he knows that if you signed a contract saying what they told you was 1,000 people, how the f are you gonna sue them and be like, oh, they really told me 5,000 though? Like, no, any lawyer or judge is gonna see that and be like, get the fuck out. Get out. Get the fuck out. I think I just hit my dogs when I threw that notebook. I'm sorry. Now, another thing is, Tana did apparently plan to have better gift bags, but at the same time, how the f did she expect this? How the f did she plan to have that much better gift bags for that many people? I feel like her reiterating the fact that she planned to have quadruple the amount of whatever is just her trying to be like, see, I tried to give you what I promised, when really, like, bitch must have known full well that would never work unless you're literally spending millions of dollars. I mean, let's do some quick math. They sold 5,200 tickets. 200 to 300 were free. So we'll say they sold 5,000 tickets to make it easy. Each ticket was $65. Okay, so quadruple means 4 times. So on my little phone, 4 times 65 is $260. But if they're selling one price of that, we'll do 3 times 65, because you got to deduct the cost of the ticket. So $195 would be what they're spending on each ticket. So 195 times 5,000, bitch, $975,000. I'm assuming they'd be getting some kind of deal on the products they're getting, but still, that's $1 million to fill gift bags. And she's trying to say, oh, I asked Michael and he said it would work. Bitch, how the fuck, like, even if that were true and Michael was like, oh yeah, it'll work, how did she not figure this out and think, how is this gonna work? So in conclusion, Michael is his side of the story, and by the way, Michael was the douche on the Segway that looks like he's 12. His side of the story was that Tana was just asking way too much of him way too fast, and he was trying to get all done, but like, I don't know, like she wasn't really having it, and he was just trying to like fit her needs in the short time that they had, and he told her it wasn't going to work, and she was just demanding that it does and stuff like that. And Tana's side of the story was essentially that Michael made her all these promises and told her she could do all these things that she clearly couldn't do, and had her put full trust in him, and that she's an idiot for trusting him. What I think is, I think this kid Michael, that, let's be real, no one's ever heard of before, saw this as an opportunity, as like I think they were both gullible to each other, is basically what I'm saying. I think that Michael saw Tana and was like, holy shit, here's this huge YouTuber, this huge like iconic YouTuber that has all these followers, gets all these views, makes good money off of YouTube, and she's wanting to rival VidCon. Like, that is something huge. That's something no other YouTuber, to my knowledge, has ever done before. That is a big feat to do. So I think he saw it as, no matter what, this is a lot of free publicity to me. I mean, a huge YouTuber who's trying to rival VidCon, that's a huge opportunity you shouldn't pass up. So I think he saw it as like, I have to do this, even though I know I can't handle it. I think he knew it wasn't feasible, but he felt like he had to do it, and he had to do it fully in Tana's way to make her happy, to sort of give himself that publicity and to say that he did that. And then from Tana's side of it, I think she was just so obsessed with making it bigger and better than VidCon. She wasn't even thinking, I truly believe Tana was not thinking about her fans' experience. I don't think she was thinking about whether or not they would have a good time or feel like they got their money's worth. I think she just wanted as many people to come as possible so she could say, look, I'm only 19 and I just threw my own convention that got this many more people than VidCon. It was free and it was right down the street, bitch. That's what I think her intention was. I don't think she gave a I don't think she necessarily wanted it to fail, because clearly it failing blows up in her face, but I think that she just wanted the numbers. I think that's, as a YouTuber and as someone on social media, all she looks at is the numbers, and she just wanted to say, this many people came to my convention, so suck it, VidCon. And in reality, we saw that from her in the beginning when she was like, oh my god, 20,000 people showed up? What a success! And really everyone was pissed. Again, I really think both of their main goals was just to have as many people there as possible and their experiences. I think both of them were stupid in the fact they didn't realize that the fire marshal could shut it down, and they just thought, capacity, let's just have as many people there as we can get away with so that we can say it was bigger than VidCon. And then once the fire marshal shut down, they're like, oh shit, we didn't even think of that. That's honestly my honest opinion on what happened. It truly like irks me to see people still supporting Tana after her straight up saying she knew they were over capacity, and then acting like she literally guys, she literally said she knew they were over capacity. She literally said she wanted people waiting outside, but then in her little live stream afterwards, she was like, oh my god, guys, way too many people showed up. Who would have guessed? She literally knew. Like, that was a bold, whatever faced lie that she told when she pretended like, oh, I had no idea we were gonna go over capacity. She knew. She's like, that was a lie, guys. I cannot stress this enough. That was a lie. People are still gonna support her and be like, she had good intentions and, you know, shit like that. No, she didn't. She doesn't give a fuck about us. I'm sorry to all the stans this video may upset, but that's just the truth. So, I don't know. I digress. I'll stop now because I'm getting myself all worked up. But let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I'm sorry if I pissed any Tana stans off. Please don't come for me. I still love Shane. I'm just very disappointed in the whole thing, I guess. I really hope that they do something to make it right. I really can't see Tana doing anything like that on her own without Shane making her do it. So I guess we'll see what happens in the time to come. Anyway, let me know if you guys have heard any good conspiracy theories on the subject, and were you at Tanacon? What is your opinion on it? Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm a dumb bitch? Let me know. And as always, please subscribe to my channel. Doing YouTube is my dream and my biggest passion, and it's honestly all I want to do in life is be able to focus on my channel, as dumb as that may sound to some of you. So it means so much if you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can see more weird and creepy shit from me. But alright, all my little poop kings and queens, I will see you later.